In the world of Star Wars, the Clone Wars spans a long time and includes some of the biggest moments in the franchise. Master Jedi Obi Wan Kenobi battled his way through the Clone Wars and a number of different Star Wars films, shows, and books. That's why we wanted to break down the top 10 badass Obi Wan Kenobi moments from the Clone Wars. Number 10. Obi-Wan vs. the Ackley. Attack of the Clones. In the climax of Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan, Padme, and Anakin are taken prisoner by Dooku and the Geonosians and sentenced to death in an arena type of setting. Their death is to be chained to 3 tall stone columns and then be the dinner for an Ackley, Nexu, and a Reek. Padme squares off against the mouse-like Nexu. Anakin draws the Reek, and Obi-Wan gets the giant scorpion-lizard hybrid, the Ackley. This is a menacing creature with lobster-esque pinchers it uses to stab and crush its prey. Obi-Wan is able to free himself of the chains and begins to fight the beast with his hands still cuffed. He ends up getting a spear from a poor Geonosian arena keeper and fends the beast off with that. Obi-Wan relies on his Jedi reflexes to anticipate and dodge the beast's attacks till he's finally able to get a lightsaber and begin hacking away at the Ackley's limbs. This scene shows what a badass warrior Obi-Wan Kenobi truly is, and that he doesn't need to wield a Jedi's weapon to be effective in battle. Number 9. Obi-Wan and Adi Gallia vs. Savage Opress and Darth Maul. Darth Maul teams up with his brother about midway through the Clone Wars series and exacts his revenge on his nemesis Obi-Wan Kenobi. Maul and Opress confront Obi-Wan and Adi Gallia on the planet Florum and immediately attack the Jedi. Obi-Wan holds his own against the metal-legged Maul, but Adi Gallia falls to Opress after getting gorged in the torso by his horns and then stabbed to the back by his lightsaber. Obi-Wan screams out upon seeing her death, and then goes to business. He is able to stand toe-to-toe against both brothers. He eventually retreats with Hondo and his pirates in an underground shelter. The brothers seek him out, and again they fight, this time in very close quarters. Number 8. ARC Troopers. Anakin, Obi-Wan, and this episode's slate of villains may have a lot to do, but the clones are the real star of this episode. In returning to Kamino, and through picking up back with the Echoes of 5, the audience receives an education of what life is like for a trooper. The clone who shows what it really means to be a trooper in the action is 99. Through his honorable death, he is finally able to prove he is just like the rest of them, and it has nothing to do with appearance or physical strength. His death is truly one of the most touching moments of the whole series. Number 7. Want to buy some death sticks? In Attack of the Clones, we see a less serious side of Obi-Wan. When he and Anakin are assigned to protect Padme Amidala from an assassination attempt, they soon find themselves chasing the would-be assassin through the streets of Coruscant. They eventually track her into a bar where Obi-Wan instructs Anakin to look for her while he has a drink. While Obi-Wan is enjoying his drink, he is approached by a ratty-looking humanoid who asks him if he would like to buy some death sticks. Instead of just shooting this rapscallion down, Obi-Wan does one better. He uses the Force on this stick stealer and instructs him to rethink his life. The shady character agrees, and according to some extended material, he actually goes on to live a much cleaner and happier life. This shows that despite being a Jedi, Obi-Wan isn't all business. He isn't above having a drink at a local establishment, or using his abilities to change the life of a shady character like Ellen Sleazebagano.
You want to buy some death sticks?
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
Number 6. Fighting Asajj Ventress. During the Clone Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi ended up finding many non-Sith dark side dwellers, and Asajj Ventress was one of those. She was kind of a semi-apprentice to Count Dooku, and learned most of her skills from him. Ventress wielded a double pair of curved-handled lightsabers and was a fierce combatant. That being said, this battle was not only a great duel, but showed a more lighthearted side of Obi-Wan as he realized his skill in the Force was much stronger than that of Ventress. Number 5. Death of Satine Kryze. During the Clone Wars show, we learned that Obi-Wan Kenobi had a love interest. As a young Padawan, he was assigned to the planet Mandalore, where he met the Duchess Satine Kryze. The two hit it off and fell in love. Later in the series, Maul is able to win the Darksaber and become the rightful heir to Mandalore. He takes the Duchess prisoner and is able to also capture Obi-Wan. He brings Obi-Wan before him and uses the Force to hold Satine in midair, forcing her to choke herself. He tempts Obi-Wan and goads him to use his anger to lash out and save her, but Obi-Wan holds true. This angers Maul and he ignites the Darksaber and uses the Force to pull Satine into the blade, killing her. With her dying breath, Satine expresses her love for Obi-Wan, and we can see how much losing her hurts him.
I've loved you always. I always will.
Number 4. Fighting Jango Fett. Obi-Wan's battle with Jango Fett in Attack of the Clones was an awesome and unique fight. Before this fight, we'd only seen Jedi battle Sith, or take on battle droids. This was the first time we saw a Jedi battle a non-Force user who was much more skilled than a droid or a clone trooper. Jango is actually able to hold his own against the Jedi using a vast array of weapons. He throws everything he has at Obi-Wan, including his big backpack rocket. During the fight, which takes place in the rain, Obi-Wan loses his lightsaber, and we see a lot of actual physical combat from the Jedi Master. He punches and kicks Jango, and is even able to keep his wit about him, and he says, "Oh, not good," when he kicks Jango Fett over the edge of the landing pad while they are both still connected by Jango's cable. This is one of the best scenes from Attack of the Clones, and we realize that Obi-Wan is a great warrior even if he isn't carrying around his laser sword. Number 3. Deception. Arguably the coolest Jedi mission ever? Obi-Wan fakes his death, assumes the appearance of his supposed murderer, and attempts to infiltrate a plot to kidnap Chancellor Palpatine. Seeing Obi-Wan navigate life in prison while maintaining his cover is both tense and wildly entertaining. However, Anakin and Ahsoka have no idea Obi-Wan is alive. While this plot point adds to the tension, it serves to push Anakin towards the dark side and contributes to his fear of loss. Also, this episode deserves bonus points for the Boba Fett cameo. Number 2. Versus Darth Maul Round 1. Obi Wan Kenobi has had a tough life, and one of the first tribulations he has to go through is watching the death of his master Qui-Gon Jinn at the hands of Darth Maul. The two are taking on Maul together, but get separated through some inconvenient blast shields. These are timed shields, and Obi-Wan can't get through them until they turn off. He is forced to watch as his master is stabbed through the chest with Maul's lightsaber. Instead of backing down or cowering with fear, Obi-Wan charges the Sith Lord. Obi-Wan defies the laws of having the high ground and uses the Force to jump out of the shaft, grab Qui-Gon's lightsaber, and cut Maul in half. We assumed that's the last time we'd see him. Number 1. Versus Darth Maul, Final. Darth Maul is a major thorn in Obi-Wan Kenobi's life. He kills his master, some of his friends, and his true love right in front of him. The fact that Kenobi is still alive has eaten at the former Sith Lord, and as he ages, he makes finding Obi-Wan and killing him his life's mission. In Star Wars Rebels, Maul finally tracks Obi-Wan down to his hiding place on Tatooine. The two engage in a brief lightsaber duel where Obi-Wan calmly disposes of the overaggressive Maul. He then holds his former enemy in his arms while he says his dying words and takes his final breath. This is a moving and poignant scene. It shows how much Obi-Wan has matured in his isolation on Tatooine and how powerful he has become. It also is a great demonstration of how following the light side can lead to more power than the rough and raw nature of the dark. Let us know what Obi-Wan Kenobi moment from the Clone Wars is your favorite in the comment section. As always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new content. This has been our breakdown of the top 10 badass Obi-Wan Kenobi moments from the Clone Wars.